Yeah, I think it's easy to say, the dealership's dead, isn't it, because digital's taking over. But that's no different to any other industry, is it really?
No, dealers definitely have a role to play. We saw some interesting stats from McKinsey that 2/3 of buying decisions are now done online. But the customers still want to come on and to the retailers and feel the cars, touch them, drive them before they finally commit. But they do have a sort of prejudgment in mind by the time that they walk through the door. So the question is, how do you influence that customer while they're spending, 84% of their buying that cycle online? So you have to be able to kind of influence them and work with them in that online environment so that by the time that they do come to the dealer, that they're already in a good position and they have the right first impression of you.
Yeah, so it's about jumping at the right point, I'm guessing, isn't it? Andy, would you agree with that?
Yeah, and I think it's important perhaps not to talk about online and retailer, because the retailer needs to be online, and I think that's where the industry perhaps needs to change, not necessarily the things it's doing, but its mentality of, even the word journey implies you start somewhere and you end up somewhere, whereas in actual fact what's happening with that journey, it's like, I want to go to Glasgow and I set off and then I go home again, and then I change my mode of transport and I get on the train and then I get off and then I go and visit a friend. That's what's happening on that journey, and the person selling the car has to try and keep communicating, as Pontus was saying, with that person throughout, including when they're downtime. When they're not, as Phill said, they're a bit bored now. They're not really thinking about it. They're having a little bit of a rest, but you still want to be influencing them and coaxing and encouraging them.
Absolutely.
And most of that has to happen online.
Definitely.